and shorts, and surf, and scuba, and sand, and sailing, and soccer. San Diego, California.
Season's greetings and welcome to Two Balls and a Mic 305. And San Diego FC will not be in the 305 for the MLS Cup final against Lionel Messi and companies. San Diego FC are eliminated 3-1 against Vancouver Whitecaps FC in the Western Conference Finals. That is it. That's a wrap. So much so that today was the exit interviews. We have all of it. We have, all the players were available.
We were there for 5 hours, guys.
Mikey Varas, Tyler Heaps. We had Tony Valacari. We had Chucky Lozano. We had Yepes Ferskov, the captain.
All three goalies.
All three goalkeepers. Duran Ferry making his MLS debut. We got goals, gaps, and greats. We got a phone line that you guys, I already saw somebody leave a voicemail not too long ago. Go ahead and call the Two Balls phone hotline, 619-630-7868. Our compadre that was also out there for San Diego FC's availability today, Abe Cepeda. We're going to bring on Abe.
What up, Abe?
Abe.
What's up, boys?
Abe.
Abe, we missed the last week, buddy.
Yeah, I miss being on, man. There's so many things that happened, and it feels like a whole new world now.
You have a mustache now? Okay.
That's pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty new
cool
for everyone.
It would take me
our listeners. Abe is rocking a mustache now.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna get rid of it either tomorrow or trimming it a little bit. I did it for Movember.
We don't need that. We don't need you to get rid of it.
I like play with it too much though, because it's not even real. Like, I don't know. I feel weird.
Aquí, güey. Acá, güey. Sí, güey. Sí, simple.
Well, glad to have you back, Abe.
I'm glad. This is
where do we start?
Weekend.
Abe.
Hello, everybody. I think it was Will who did leave a voicemail. We'll hear what he has to say here in a bit. Let us know where you're at in the processing of this. San Diego FC eliminated their inaugural season, the legendary season that they've been having, the greatest inaugural season, some are calling it, of all time for MLS. Has come to an end starting.
This was a tough soccer weekend for just soccer in La Frontera, en la garita de San Diego y Tijuana. Like, it was rough, man. Anyway, but if those of you who didn't know, Cholos were up 3-0 on aggregate, and they went to Monterrey to face Tigres and lost 5-0 the second leg.
This whole region is in stitches. San Diego Soccer's one of the greatest San Diego Soccer's team ever assembled. It's like in the Avengers, then the Avengers lost. Like they lost against Marco Fabian, and starting off their bid for their 17th consecutive, their 17th indoor title. Nope, they false start. They lose their perfect home streak. The Sockers had a perfect home streak. They had never lost at Front Wave Arena, and they lost. Mm-hmm. That's how bad of a weekend this was for soccer in San Diego. And I know a lot of people have, are feeling different sides of things. Who to blame? Where's the blame game at? We'll break down the game itself here in a bit. I have been hearing rumors of Chucky FC coming in some of these post-match audios and post-match press conference that we have, and with that, it's to say a term of endearment for from what I've seen for those people who are like, why didn't Chucky start? Mikey Varas needs to put his ego aside and had Chucky Lozano start. What are you doing not starting Chucky Lozano? Like what? And then there's the other side that's kind of like, well, by the numbers, Pellegrino, gave you a reason to start him. Baird, 3 assists. Like you kind of have to. He's contributing to goals. Like there's goals contributions there. So we'll get into all of that again. If you want to go ahead and we'll have audio, like we said, of today because today's different. Today over at Singing Hills, it was the last. It was the last day of school essentially. Everybody goes off for summer vacation. Everybody goes off for winter vacation. And see you next school year. Some kids you're not going to see ever again. Who those will be? Potentially a Luca de la Torre being one of those players who, they're just not going to come back to school next year.
There are some players that were pretty smiley and, happy that, everything's done and they'll be back next season. They know they have a job next season.
Yeah.
Some players weren't too happy. But Luca de la Torre always looks the same. So
the consistency is the name of his game.
100%.
But yeah, today, every single player met with the coaching staff, Tyler Heaps. Some tough conversations were had behind closed doors, and sometimes the players would come down directly after those tough conversations into the face of the cameras that we were having and prepared for them. And some delivered some stuff and broke some news that they probably shouldn't have. And you know what? Everybody's is better for it. Here at the end of the year, when are we signing the yearbook? That's essentially what today was. Just a big yearbook signing, clean out your lockers.
I did literally see Alex Mighton with like a trash bag full of stuff. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
like which I do appreciate. It's like sometimes you forget a bag, just throw it in the trash bag.
He said, I want to keep my shit. It's funny because Alex Mighton is one of those players that is coming back for sure next season. I mean, he has a contract to 2027. So he's one of those players coming back. And we're going to dive into all of that because a lot happened earlier today. It was long hours of talking to everybody. We talked to players that we haven't even talked to in a while. Like, I don't remember the last time we spoke to Patty McNair. I don't remember last time. I think last time I spoke to Boateng was at the campus tours, Abe, when that opened up.
Right. Yeah.
So it's been a while seeing some of these players. I think it's one of the few times we've ever talked to Duran Ferry as a San Diego FC player. So it was fun. It was interesting. A lot of interesting conversations, especially with Chucky Lozano and Anders Dreyer. So rumors cleared up on Chucky's end as well. So
you'll hear it. Yeah.
Where do we want to start, guys? Do we want to talk about the game?
Chronologically, let's go back to when it happened, right? The beginning of the end. Let us know what you guys think about this season for San Diego FC, the elimination of San Diego FC, how it went down. Do you agree with Mikey Varas? Do you not agree with Mikey Varas? Should Chucky have started? 2 balls on the mic hotline. Leave a voicemail 619-630-7868. Let's get down to business and try to defeat the Huns. And in this case, the Huns was Vancouver Whitecaps, led by one Thomas Mueller. But you know what? At the end of the day, everybody knows it's not Thomas Mueller. This is a team, a striker, White, being very, very lethal for for Vancouver Whitecaps. And let's talk about the lineup. I guess, there's not much to talk in a sense for San Diego because nothing changed.
It was the same thing pretty much for all of the playoffs. I mean, you have Pablo Cisniega starting just because CJ Dos Santos is out. The same back line with 3 rookies, Ian Pilcher playing on the right. The same 3, Godoy, Yepe, and Balakari. And then you have Corey Baird, Pellegrino, and Anders Dreyer on top. If you saw this at the beginning of the season, you would legit be like, what? It's this. Think about it. Beginning of the season, Pablo Cisniega starting. Okay. Maybe some people buy that.
CJ. Probably.
That's fine.
Maybe
Maybe
he didn't cut it.
You see McVay there, you're like, okay, well, like that's interesting. He was supposed to be the rotational piece of this back line.
Yeah.
Where's Petty McNair on here? Where's Andres Reyes? Ian Pilcher, player that they got in the draft. Okay,
wasn't he a center back?
Manu Duah. Oh wow, that was that like super draft pick from Santa Barbara. Like he's good. He plays like Busquets, but he's the center back.
Yeah.
Luca Bombino, wasn't he a kid from LAFC? They got him. And he's starting. There you go. Jeppe Sverskov. Okay, yeah. He's one of the big signings that they had. He was supposed to start. Aníbal Godoy. Surprising. Like, okay, veteran player. Sounds good. Okay. Oni Valakari, you're like, oh, okay, this kid that they brought from Cyprus on loan. That's
Finnish
25 years
guy
old.
scored on his debut with Finland, a beautiful goal against France.
Oh, wait, his dad played for MLS,
He
for
did.
FC
He
Dallas.
did.
Oh, okay, so he's starting. Honors Dreyer, okay, the DP signing. He's supposed to start. That's great.
Yeah.
Corey Baird.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Dude, local San Diegan from Escondido who absolutely killed it in MLS and was the last rookie of the year before it started. But nonetheless, a northern San Diego player product, a proud product that the city could get behind and rally behind, a striker, a number 9 like everybody wanted and needed, because Marcus and Varston went down and the fans were asking for somebody to fill in that spot, and somebody did. And then they disappeared, and then they brought in Corey Baird.
What about Marcus and Varston? Like, that's crazy. And then wasn't the San Diego kid supposed to be Luca de la Torre? Where did he go? Amal Pellegrino? The bench player from the Earthquakes? How did he sign? Where's Chucky? Why is he on the bench?
By the way, this fictional person really knows their shit on MLS, because they're like, Pellegrino,
From
that
the
guy, the bench is Earthquakes, like in tune. I like that.
This is a big MLS super fan.
And frankly, this is a lineup that I think you got to be okay with if you're Mikey Vadas and just the entire team from how they performed in playoffs. I think you really can't go wrong, especially with the injuries at right back. I would have stuck with Pilcher again. Like we're saying all of this, but I think this was the right decision by Mikey Vadas.
I have the hot take. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I think Chucky needed to start now.
Mr. Mike on the background, run a poll. Please. Should Chucky Lozano had started?
I mean, I think even running a poll now, since they lost, a lot of people would probably say yes. At the end of the day, I think Mikey Vada stuck to what he always says, like, we're going to stick to what's working for us. Like, we're not scared, like all that stuff. So he starts by, like, he said it. He's the starter. He's hot right now.
So hot.
Yeah. But I still think Chucky should have been the starter. Like, you're paying the guy $7 million. He's your franchise player. Like, he lives for games like this. He should have started.
You're part of that camp that was probably like, yeah, maybe he should have started, maybe something different. But guess what? They've been telling you what they're going to do the whole time, and it's stick to their values and stick to the roots until the end of the game. They're not going to rock the boat, and the boat is being rocky is what got them there in the first place to begin with. They are running with what they have. It's been working. Well spotted.
Considering how he's been talking about his health in these last 2 press conferences, I wonder if he's even like properly fit enough to be starting in these games. Like, let's not forget when he was with the national team, he pulled himself out.
Well, that's why I asked him. If you notice today, my first question to Chucky Lozano, which we'll play, is, hey, are you healthy? Like, are you okay? In for him to be like, yeah, like I'm feeling the best I've felt in a while, actually, which in my sense tells me that, yeah, he feels like he can go 90. He feels like he could have started and contributed positively. Because had he been like, well, I'm not really, I'm like, no, how did you finish the tournament? He was like, I feel great, healthy, like a spring young buck.
Yeah. And then, I mean, you've been starting this back line, right? And I see the comment from Philippe there saying, the problem was the back line. And I agree, but at the end of the day, like, they're the ones that have been getting the job done. But how many times do you hear, Tony, in a World Cup for Mexico, or any team, like,
I understood Mexico.
It felt wrong saying it like that. Mexico. How many times do we hear, like, oh, you need players with experience? Mm-hmm. And then you're like, no, play the youngsters. Like, they're the ones killing it. They're the ones that need to be there. But then you play the youngsters in an important game, and man, they get destroyed because of the lack of experience. The nerves get to them. They're still young. They make those mistakes now. And the question is now, okay, well, should more experienced players start it? Granted, I don't think they have they're more experienced players on that backline. There's nobody. Like, Franco Negri ended up getting subbed on at halftime.
Willie Kumalo?
Even he's young.
He's a young guy. I like this comment here. Please make sure that you get involved. Please let your feelings known. I think the game might have ended the same way with Chucky. In my opinion, this question is philosophical, not practical. I mean, yeah,
I think that's fair.
That's a fair assessment to it. And
I wonder what it would have looked like if, for some weird reason, Mikey said, you know what, Ian Pilcher had a great game in the semifinal.
Mm-hmm.
but something tells me like it's not his game for this one. Let's switch McVay at right back and then add Paddy McNair at that center back next to Manu Duah.
The one game McVay played in the right back spot, he did not look great.
He played
they don't
2.
have any right backs.
I think
man.
one he did good. Because I remember him playing well in the right back
Like,
position, keeping up.
They've had how many right backs? 4 or 5 signings as a right back, and all of them got injured at one point.
Yeah, but I mean, Ian Pilcher made the play of the game in the last week. Like, you got to trust that kind of clutch moment.
And plays like that get him to start.
They
and
were
again,
they were
cooked.
They were in that position. See, now it's the same thing with Chucky, right? They were in the position to be in the Western Conference Finals to begin with, to host the Western Conference Finals because of Pellegrino and his play. It's because of that same transitive property that Ian Pilcher's play is a reason why they're there to even begin with. So in order for him, like you have to be consistent, and I think Mike Ivadas was consistent throughout,
100%,
like, with that.
100%.
Both of those. Would 2 days rest have made a difference? Yepe doesn't think so.
No,
we asked him post match. Yepe said no. Like at this point in the season, you're just so hardwired to just go. It's so competitive.
Also, Paddy McNair was very, very opinionative about the travel question, Abe.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there was kind of different answers from different players on that. Paddy McNair kind of was like, yeah, if you complain about travel, you're a chicken. I ride 4-hour train rides versus
they drop you off.
We take the
right
coach
there for just to like board the plane, and it's mostly like usually a 2-hour flight. He said, and, like he's used to riding the coaster in England for 4 hours to get to a game, and then probably having to ride a bike or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the starting lineup that Mikey Vadas went to, and I mean, do we want to go through the first 15 minutes to see what the score is?
Guys. All right, have a good time. Season's over for SanDiego FC. Goodbye.
I think some important stuff happens in the first 15 minutes.
Hold on, let me play I gotta finish the bit. All right, bye. All right, cool. I finished the bit.
All right, the game starts, and you kind of get a feeling that, okay, like
so much pyro.
Yeah, a lot. Looks like it was
love it.
Super cloudy night. Yeah, no, it was really the first 15 minutes that kind of sealed the game in a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you have this half shot by Manu Duah, like, all right, something's being created. But from then on, it just kind of went downhill.
Taken away by SanDiego. And Dreyer to work this back. Taken away by the Whitecaps. They work it across the return pass. Kubas is in to the far post, and they're in.
Yeah, no, like it's the anticipation of understanding what the right to drink style is and attacking, high pressing, especially against the youngsters, where McVay in a traditional play style should have kicked that out. Instead, he forces the pass to Ian Pilcher, but that's what they've done all season.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Mikey's talked about it. Sometimes you're going to make those mistakes, and you have to be willing to make those mistakes. That means also in a Western Conference final. And it cost them that. Now the question could also be is this a championship playing style?
Well, I mean, this playing style got FC Northland destroyed this last weekend. Actually, not a good weekend for FC Northland.
This play style possibly may relegate FC Northland, by the way.
Yeah. They are on
this play style got them here, guys. Like this,
very, very true.
100%.
I think this is just a really strong veteran Vancouver team that's well coached and was willing to put so much pressure up high. And then also, I think something that Jeppe Sverskov talked about after the game is rather than going long like they traditionally do, they were going wide, and they were just not ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
And because Vancouver's not a team that goes wide, but that one little switch can just, especially early on in the game, can change things so much that it like can especially catch a young player off guard, like an Ian Pilcher, like some of the defenders on that back line, which is just those fine margins are something, especially in championship games, that are going to be the difference.
I feel like the heart rate was just going at 1,000 miles an hour at this point for San Diego FC. They were not keeping composure, not keeping their cool. This whole play in itself, the breakdown, it's just hospital ball after hospital ball, right? Let me move it a little back, the little half shot by Duah. It starts with a bad pass to Anders Dreyer to open him wide. He has no idea. He's able to get there. Okay, everybody's kind of panicking because now the ball's not supposed to be there. Like already there's a tension in that area. McVay receives it. He's trying to look for an outlet.
That's Pilcher.
Pilcher, excuse me. But what I want to point out too is Godoy doesn't read this play completely well because he starts running away from his position. Just keep an eye on Godoy. Godoy runs out of his position. He's waiting for it. A player from Vancouver clearly comes in that diagonal and closes the gap too, but Godoy should have already turned around and filled that spot before making it all the way up. Now, there's a little bit of a play breakdown because Pilcher is in the spot where Godoy should have been. Maybe he shields that ball a little bit better. And then a great play by Vancouver. Like, Vancouver is able to capitalize on this chance very well. And they had 2 passes. They were razor thin margins. And any other San Diego FC game, a SDFC player touches that and is able to get a corner, or it's a great save. But this time, the best thing I was kind of thinking in the press box, and I told you, was like, we're watching San Diego FC's luck run out in real time.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good way of putting it. Like, their luck did run out, and Mike Iwata's also spoken that a little bit, where you have to get lucky sometimes. I think, again, you have to have the maturity and some instances to say, I got to clear this shit. I can't risk it.
Yeah.
But this style is ingrained in them already, that they're like, no, I got to play like this. Mm-hmm. But playing like that all the time is going to cost you. I've always been an advocate of changing things at any point during the season, during playoffs. You can't just stick to the same thing, because then you get red, and it's hard to be able to maneuver so many things and make so many changes throughout the season, especially in a play style. But I think the best things are those that can adapt to different things. I mean, I've seen teams under Mourinho's a great example, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the greatest managers ever, right? Who plays the very park the bus style, but when needed, he knows how to play the high press, and he knows how to change the game to be a momentum-based tactics from his team. So I think that's the difference between just sticking to one style, and it kind of came and bit them in the ass, to be honest.
I mean, let's also give, again, Vancouver credit. They're a good team.
Oh, 100%.
And they were well scouted. They scouted FCFC very well, because that whole goal was based on, let's not let him breathe. Let's suffocate him out the back. Let's put the pressure on him with a midfield. Well, our midfield will be fine. Let's just put the pressure up top, make that mistake, force that error. Boom, error right there. Heavy touch by Pilcher. It doesn't really turn well. And then 1, 2, 3 passes that are really, really good in tight spaces. And
Sorensen outcoached Varas, dude. That's what happened in this final. There's a reason Sorensen was scored higher in the Coach of the Year category.
A distant third, Mikey Varas. Distant.
So, he definitely got a coach in this match.
Yeah, and I was taking pictures for this game on the field, and just from what I saw right there, I was at that goal too. It looked like Vancouver had been preparing for this game all season, and San Diego FC was expecting to out San Diego FC them, and in a way that they have all season. Frankly, every other team, San Diego FC has just been like, hey, this is who we are. We're gonna do this. You're gonna watch us do this. We're gonna control the ball. We're gonna do everything. Be super awesome and all this stuff. Vancouver is honestly one of the first times that a team has truly come in and said, it's going to make it very difficult for you to play your style of football, especially in these first 15 minutes. It was very tough for San Diego.
Yeah, and then you look at the second goal too now, right? It's a long ball over on the right side to Bombino, on Bombino's side, and this is where the luck kind of runs out.
Emmanuel Sabi takes it into the 18. The return from Muller. Sabi gives it a go. This time the shot is saved. The rebound try is in the back of the net again.
That's painful.
Something about Manu Duah knowing how to do goal line clearances he technically had 2 in this game. That one and another one later in the
Mhm.
second half. Or was it in this half? I think it was in this half too. But
Second half.
Second half.
it just hits Pablo Cisniega on the back and then goes between Ian Pilcher's legs.
Like it just dribbles in. Like
Or
great
McVay's
save.
legs.
Great save, Cisniega coming back. Your defense supposed to be there, and like that. That is an eternity for any defensive player. That they age 10 years in watching the ball rebound off Cisniega's back and into the box, into the net. Like right here, great play, great dummy. Adios, Bomino. Like fantastic. Duah tries to close in. Cisniega does his thing, coming out correctly. There's not much you can do to block the shot. Terrible shot off of Duah. That moment right there. Any other San Diego FC game this season, that ball gets cleared. Any other game, that ball is cleared. It's a marvelous defensive play. The Snapdragon explodes because Snapdragon has real soccer fans and they recognize good defensive plays and this brings the morale back up and boom, you tie the game. Like not saying that would have happened, but that's how things of that nature happen. And their luck run out once again, and it just goes by. Pain. Absolute pain. You were there for that second goal, too. You're right behind that net, right to the right, in the photo position.
Yeah.
So you see this right in front of you, Abe.
Yeah, just
Like,
you
what's
could
going on?
feel the dejection from Pablo Cisniega, especially I think, because he made a good save on that initial moment, and then for it to just like roll back like that, especially so early in the game, I think it's one of those things where you're just like, oh man, this is going to be tough, especially in a conference final. You know how well teams can play defensively. That at this point, it's already going to be looking hard. San Diego FC's come back from down 2-0. So it's definitely not impossible, but it was looking very tough at this point.
Yeah, no, I think what did Mikey Vara say today in media availability? Like 2-0 was a hill they had to climb, but the 3-0 later that we're gonna see was the mountain.
Yeah, just cementing like that 3-0 really took it out. Even players said at this level, those inches and seconds matter. San Diego was not ready. Couldn't believe how much hate Mikey was getting on the post match. Yeah, I mean,
is it hate or is it just fans wanting him or trying to hold him accountable? Because at the end of the day, like that's the case for every soccer team that loses. Like you're going to question the coach's tactics. You're going to question some of the players' decisions during the game, and it happens when you lose. Like you can't just be happy they lost this game.
Go for it.
When you're so close to like a conference final too, I think I probably understand why there's like a lot of frustration just from so many people thinking like, oh man, you're so close. So that's probably where a lot of that like energy is coming from. But I think you ask most San Diego FC fans or people that have followed this team, I think they would be big fans of Mikey Varas and what he's done this season.
100%. Yeah. But yeah, like my thing is
after a game, yeah, of course you're gonna be heated and be like, why did this happen? What is happening? Why is Chucky Lozano not starting? Why is Ian Pilcher? Blah blah blah. Like you're gonna have those moments, And I think it's okay for people to have those immediate reactions.
Yeah, to me, if you're a fan and you weren't upset or pissed off that San Diego played this bad in the conference final, why wouldn't you be super upset? Because it was still a great season. That's cool. Your season over, and let me tell you, you won no trophies.
The Baja Cup.
My bad. You got no trophies. Yes, it's your inaugural season. Yes, it's the first year. Like you won the West, and you made it all the way there. Cool. You can still be upset that this team played the way they did. For them to have played the whole season so well and win the West and impress us in so many ways, and to play this bad on the most important game in their history, I think you're allowed to be upset if you're a fan.
Obviously, like the nasty hate and like calling out people and calling for heads like that's too much. Always in every sport, but like in a match like this, especially, I think what I heard from people that have talked to me after the game that were like people that they were so frustrated because they've never seen San Diego play that poorly through a stretch, and like so kind of unlike themselves defensively, that seeing them do that in a conference final, I think can be just like confounding to people, but it happens. It's sports, man. Like,
And they've
especially
played
in
like
the final.
in the regular season too. Like
Pressure got to the kids, man.
they've had performances like this. Like they've had bad performances throughout this year. Austin, first game, terrible. I'm trying to think. Houston, 4-2 defeat at home, terrible. Toronto 0-0, terrible.
Real Salt Lake,
terrible. Like they've had their moments. Like this isn't out of the question. Like this isn't, Portland game 2, terrible.
Yeah.
After
this second goal,
Charlotte 3-0, terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was
Like,
probably one of the worst games ever.
Okay. Really, really quick. One word answer, and people in the chat. I'm very curious as well. So the question that everybody again circles and criticizes Mikey Varas fairly or not, or however you feel, mostly is around Chucky Lozano. If Chucky Lozano starts this game, does San Diego FC win? Yes or no?
No.
No?
No.
No.
So, and for those who think that the answer is yes, I would love to hear why. I would love to hear why. Outside of this, he's your best player. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Your best player. The best player was called Milan Iloski, and he was shipped out.
Oh my! Why are we like Milan Iloski?
No. Let's because we're talking
your best
facts.
player was still Anders Dreyer.
Still Anders
Dreyer.
Dreyer. Sure. Milan Iloski, Anders Dreyer, Pellegrino at the end. It wasn't Chucky Lozano. The fact that it wasn't Chucky Lozano, and the fact that he has the highest rating on EAFC or FIFA doesn't mean that he deserves to automatically get the start. I don't think there was an ego about it. It was just a matter of fact. This team has showed you that they're analytical through and through. The numbers is what's going to guide this team. And the numbers say that Pellegrino was going to give you the best chance at winning because of their form leading up to that point. Chucky Lozano hadn't really turned any meaningful goals in a while. Yes, he scored 1 goal this game. Yes, he scored the time before. But meaningful, like impactful goals by Chucky, we hadn't seen those in a while where, yes.
I can see the argument just for the sake of it being made that if Chucky starts, last time he started in a match against Thomas Mueller, he beat Germany 1-0 in the 2018 World Cup, man. Why not start him again?
Yeah, I mean that's
technically that's Chucky,
as valid.
When Chucky was on the field, San Diego won 1-0.
Okay, well, everyone says yes, different mindset and vibe. Okay, that vibe disrupts the right to dream vibe, which the flow, using their own marketing terms, the flow would be disrupted, and so you need that more to change the pace and change the tempo. That disruption, if your flow isn't getting the job done,
I think they still would have lost, but it would have been a more competitive game. Amal Pellegrino came back to earth in the semifinal. Like, he's not that great of a player. Yes, he fits in the system, but what does it matter playing the system when you abandoned it at halftime?
Chucky brings the fighter mindset and mentality, that relentlessness Mikey Mikey talks about, but he does it as a disruptor. He does it alone. He does it not necessarily with the flow of where the team is going. And that's why he was successful in scoring, because he does his own thing. But is that really sustainable? No. Like it hasn't been sustainable. You want to go ahead and win by the way that you've been winning.
Maybe you could have used those goals.
I can see the argument too of like, well, having Chucky out there as a name commands more respect than an Amal Pellegrino. So you're going to go ahead and have more attention on Chucky Lozano on the other side, which then frees attention from Dreyer to do his old thing on the right wing. And then maybe he gets going a little bit more, because
even if it doesn't, then he can do more individual work than Pellegrino and make an impact.
But Pellegrino speaks better to Baird than Chucky would have spoken to Baird. So now you have a two-prong problem. Is Chucky being in there going to disrupt the way that Baird has been connecting and vibing with the rest of the squad based on Pellegrino's current play? Like, this is what the decision ultimately was for Mikey Varas. And on top of that, guess what? Chucky got 45 minutes. Like, he didn't get subbed on at the 75th minute. He didn't get subbed on the 80th minute. He got a half. He got a goal. He was impactful.
They won the half 1-0.
They was. Yes, this isn't football. If you win the second half, and whoever wins the second half wins. But, I mean, that's the question. And Mikey Vadas decided, nope, Pellegrino's gonna be it.
Look, and let's keep going with the game, right? Because I mean, they started playing better after being down 2-0, and it looked like the same San Diego team we've seen in a while.
I think what's going through my head is like, all right, you make it 2-1 before halftime. Like this is a game. You really have a chance to put yourself back into it. But when Vancouver does this right before like the whistle is blown, it's tough.
The fullbacks just got absolutely destroyed in this match. Like Bombino got destroyed, Ian Pilcher got destroyed, and that's just kind of like what really ended up happening in this game. Like Vancouver's really good. And defensively, they did their job too, but the fullbacks just got absolutely wrecked this game. I really think San Diego FC needs to focus in bringing a more experienced right back. A
right back. Because this is the fourth string right back that's currently
he's not even a right back. He's a center back.
Destroyed. He's not even a right. And he's not even
he called it an injury crisis.
Yes.
Today, right?
Today he called it an injury crisis. Like that's... Yeah.
Wow, Luffelson could have been great in this match.
He would have. Also, a right back that's a center back and a lefty is not a recipe for success. This is how you get somebody turned inside out like this. Like this is a lefty defending on the right side. Like that's just gonna happen. Like that's just gonna happen. I don't know,
but I mean, but Bombino does good on the right back. The times he did it, and he's also a lefty. But yeah, no, it's 3-0 at half now, and you just feel the stadium silence. Like that's the biggest oh no moment in this game. 2-0. We've heard it so many times. The most dangerous scoreline.
Yeah,
it's very easy to stay confident and cocky on a 2-0 lead, and then they score one. Now your nerves start kicking in. They tie it. Panic mode. Boom. Now you're losing 3-2. A 3-0 though, in FIFA terms, that's past the sticks, man.
No, that's a game.
That's a skunk.
The AI audience starts saying "ole, ole" when you pass it around.
That's a skunk, man. Like you're done. Like there's really nothing you can do. But it's also San Diego FC. They pulled off some weird results in the last 15 minutes of games before.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts for both of you, like going at halftime?
I mean. Yeah, go for it, Abe.
I knew there were going to be like some big changes substitutions wise. I honestly didn't expect them to pull out Ian Pilcher, but like it really sucks. Honestly, obviously I think it's probably the right call, but it's sad to see when like players like that. It's like, oh man, they messed up a lot. You're getting subbed off. It's just like he knows he messed up. Everyone knows he messed up. It was tough to just see that. And then Chucky Lozano coming in early, I think that was probably the right move as well, just because you need offense. And I expected them to go all out, probably score early like they did, but I didn't expect them to form the full comeback just because Vancouver was also performing pretty well defensively.
I'll tell you this. I would have been so confused if Mikey Varas didn't make at least 3 substitutions at half.
Mm-hmm.
Like that tells you he understands the position that they're in, and he's not just saying, the results will come if the play style is playing correctly. Like no, like he knew something needs to change. It was probably too late by then, but he made the right move there,
and it did. It was Chucky Lozano
waiting to come on. Instead, Lozano, his shot takes to the flash. It's in. Got by Taco, and there's life now in San Diego. Chucky Lozano. The shot redirected, and San Diego back in business with at least half an hour to play. Here we go.
Yeah, like, you get this. There's 30 minutes left. You really start thinking, okay, this could change. This could happen.
Yeah, it's possible. There's plenty of time.
I think I told you, like, they need to score one before, like, in the next 10 minutes, and boom, 59. Chucky scores. I'm like, oh, man, like this would be interesting if they score a second one in the next 15, 20 minutes, and the last 10 minutes they can just focus on the third one. But it got worse for San Diego after this goal. Like they started getting attacks, they started building momentum, and then that big play happened on Cisniega. Abe.
Yeah, I think even before the big play on SanDiego, the bigger thing is like Vancouver is still going for another goal. A lot of other teams, all right, you're sitting back now, you're up 3-1 even. Like, we're gonna sit back, play super defensively, but Vancouver was still trying to get a goal. Like, so I don't think SanDiego FC was like prepared for that like type of offensive pressure, and that ultimately is what led to that moment with Pablo Cisniega, which it's a foul that he kind of has to make, right? Like he kind of talked to us about it today during the media availability. But when you're that open and you have such a like big chance, like I think Pablo Cisniega would do that like 100 times if he had the chance to do it again.
He kind of like, not that he didn't throw anybody under the bus, but it's like, well, they asked me to play as a third center back in the system, so I play it as a third center back. And what does a center back do? Is those kinds of things.
That's also Manu Duah's terrible pass that put him in that position.
Yeah, he didn't want to call him out today, but yeah, it was
let's
pretty
be
bad.
honest, the rookie backline was horrible.
Hold on.
It also maybe couldn't have been a red.
Was he not the last player?
He wasn't. Manu Duah was going to catch up there.
That shouldn't have been a red.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that shouldn't have been a red. By the law, by the letter of the law, that shouldn't have been. That should not have been a red.
It's such a dangerous play, though, dude. Like to come at him with his, like not even with his legs, he hit him with his arms, didn't he?
100% a dangerous play.
Didn't he come at him with his arms, not his legs?
Sure, 100%. Like he did what he had to, but is that didn't Raul Jimenez this weekend like pretend he was a goalkeeper and like try to get the ball touch the ball with his hands? And that's a.
I will say this was I see Brandon's comment saying something about possession. Like 35% possession in the first 20. This is the first time I see them lose the possession game. They got 49% possession in this match. But yeah, I mean, it could go either way. Like I can see why the ref gives a red card. But again, Manu Duah puts them in that predicament and having him to make that play. But let's also point out that very early on, when the second half started, SanDiego FC completely abandoned their right to dream play style. They went into a panic mode play style, and we asked Yepe after the game saying, hey, like, you guys had to really switch styles. And what were the challenges in that? Because you haven't done that all season. How do you expect this to now work? So that's where I was maybe, I don't know. It was weird. Like, am I proud that Mikey Varas decided to change something because something needed to change? Or am I disappointed that he finally folded at the end on the most important game, saying, backing down from his statements of like, we're going to stick to who we are. We're going to stick to our style, whether it works or whether it doesn't. You have to fall on that sword. Because he kind of folded there, changing it. But now the question is,
calling for him to do that all season, dude.
Yeah, but he's been so reluctant to do it, and why do it now at the end?
You're down 3-0.
Okay, you've been down 3-0 before and nothing changed. Like, you still stayed to that style.
I mean, yeah, a same play style would have gotten you a 6-0.
So maybe
like in the first half.
So maybe the pressure also got to Mikey.
A little bit. I mean, I think he would admit that too. Like, it wasn't just the back line. It was the coaching, and they just weren't prepared for what Vancouver had in that first moment, and throwing the kitchen sink in a play style they haven't done early on. Like, you're only going to get one goal out of it. It makes sense, but also Vancouver's so good defense. They're so good. They tied you in points. And honestly, any other league, Vancouver would have been hosting this final. I think. Like they won the goal differential, if I'm not mistaken. Is that
they did.
So,
they lost the head-to-head.
So they probably could have hosted this. Like, it's not that hard to imagine that this game playing out in Vancouver. It's being a whole different like thing. So Vancouver is a great team, and I don't think we should be that surprised with how strongly they played in that second half to keep the lead.
Takaoka, goalkeeper for Vancouver, had 2 amazing saves in the second half.
Great of the week for this match.
And yeah, like he really stepped up, and a 3-2 really changes the dynamics and the chemistry of this match. And something could have happened after that, but good performance by the goalkeeper for Vancouver. Terrible performance. Yes, looking at this right here, did anybody else think that if SDFC came back, Bree would have been the starter next week? Correct. And
Look.
because of that,
Yeah. No,
I didn't think of that. Honestly, Jiva brought up a great point today at media availability. Do you want to share with us?
Yeah, well, I mean, we got to speak to CJ, and let me tell you guys, his high does not look very pretty right now. And in the case that he's not fully healed, right now it's more of a vision thing. Like his vision's not 100% there. In the case, there's a chance that he's not fully healed by the time the season starts for SanDiego.FC next year. And if he doesn't, Cisniega has to play out his suspension on that in game in late February at Snapdragon. So Duran has to get the start. Unless there's some changes and they bring in another goalkeeper and they let go Cisniega or anything like that. But that's interesting. That I thought that was fun. But I told Tony also, like, I think there's a handful of San Diego loyal fans that are reluctant to support SanDiego.FC, and they just kind of like committed themselves to not supporting SanDiego.FC. And I think seeing Duran Ferry play out those last 15 minutes in this loss healed a little bit of them. So I just want to say that too. Like,
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
was waiting for Abe to respond. It was Abe's turn.
It's your turn.
Duran played really well. It was interesting hearing him talk about it today in the media availability. He kind of said like he was nervous during the whole game, but when they called his name, like everything kind of like calmed down for him. And when he was actually playing, like he was pretty locked in, which is like really cool to hear from like someone who was a third goalkeeper. You probably don't expect to be playing a playoff match in your home stadium, and like he was pretty good. I mean, if you want to go by half logic, he's never been scored a goal on in his professional in the MLS career. Like,
so everybody who's saying that Chucky should have started,
Chucky
and Duran Ferry had started, this game would have been 1-0.
No, Pablo also got a clean sheet in the second half.
And a red card.
But yeah, no, I mean, Duran Ferry did a great job coming in for those last 15 minutes. He made a couple saves as well. But yeah, SanDiego.FC lost this match, and the last game of the season ended short of a trophy of the Western Conference Final and the chance to play Messi and company in Miami this next week.
Just to talk a little bit about like the atmosphere. When I was like down underground, I saw like they had the whole setup for the Western Conference champions like stage in the holding area, and I was just thinking to myself like, man, this is like no matter who wins, they're gonna have this out on the field, and like for Vancouver to celebrate at midfield, I was like, it's not something you usually see, just like celebrating on opposing pitch with all of these supporters still in the stadium and still like singing their hearts out and like not really booing, but kind of just like they didn't even like care about the trophy celebration. That I thought that was really cool to see, just atmosphere wise, because of how much like support they were giving to the SanDiego.FC players and for the great season. Like I thought that was just such a cool moment to witness.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I agree, bro. No, just giving it back to you.
I think I also saw videos of Mikey Varas telling the players that they had to watch the celebration. Chimamon, some players don't want to watch that. But okay, fine. Force them all to watch what could have been. I think Tony's trying to pull like the message from Thomas Mueller about San Diego, just kind of like what it looked like. And
yeah, he was like, yeah,
he was very positive. He was very positive. I think he was impressed about what San Diego kind of brought as an atmosphere at Snapdragon. And he did mention like, this is football, this is why we love it, this is why we play it. Like, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, and look, it was their first time there, first loss. I really do think San Diego are gonna be building something for the future, and I think they'll be back soon enough to that Western Conference Final to lose again.
Dude, even making the conference final is such a tough thing. Like I don't.
Yeah, it is.
Like this is was such a great season for them to even like make it. Like some teams never even get this far. Like especially in your first season, you're setting the standard at almost like you're setting yourself up to be disappointed from here on out, because just like that is so hard to do for an MLS team.
Yeah, 100%. Here's Thomas
To
Mueller.
be part of this journey is amazing. This group deserves so much, but I also enjoy it, to be honest. Look at these pictures now. It's a defeat. It's a big defeat for San Diego, but that's why we play this sport. That's such an amazing atmosphere.
His English is very good.
Yeah, those Germans, they're pretty prolific.
That's so cool. Like to pause mid interview and be like listening to the crowd. Like that says so much about San Diego's like atmosphere and what they've been able to cultivate at Snapdragon Stadium. Like I was there for the first game in front of Frontera SD, and here at the last game. Like it's almost like night and day how much energy there is. Like it was just kind of loud that first game I remember against St. Louis, and this time it felt like everyone knew every single song. They were ad-libbing stuff. Like there was just so much like work put in. I think it was so cool to see how much like not only San Diego FC has evolved, but like the atmosphere at Snapdragon Stadium. That was really cool to witness.
Yeah. And we got to hear from Yepe and from who else did we get post-match?
Chucky.
Yeah, Chucky. We got to hear from them after. That's up on our YouTube channel. We also got to hear from Mikey Varas. And I think, we didn't get much out of this press conference because it was so fresh after the loss. And even Mikey Varas said, like, people asked about, like, hey, like, some players, what's their status in the future? And he thought it was disrespectful for even
it's
people
rude
to say that. At one point, we even also got told when it came to Chucky Lozano to ask just about the game, not about anything else. Which kind of sucked, to be honest, because we haven't talked to Chucky Lozano since everything happened that he lost his starting job. So the questions towards Chucky were very much about the match, which is what today was for, to ask all those questions to Chucky Lozano, which we'll talk about after we talk about the game.
If you want to go ahead and read a recap, a great recap from the recap master, the writer himself, the excellence of execution. Abe, check it out. SanDiego.Futbol. You were there. You lived it. You felt it. You tasted it.
I did get beer on my hair after the first Chucky Lozano goal. So,
well, good, because I guess there was,
the only
stuff getting thrown at Mueller too at halftime, going into the tunnel.
A little bit of popcorn.
Not all right, guys. But the popcorn's expensive. So yeah, Mueller versus Messi, MLS final, just like they wanted it. All right. Do we want to hear? No, I'll just put it up here because we have all this content, right? Like, there's a cool little spot to kind of circle the wagons. We have post-match sound. Thank you for everybody who's been watching it. Up to
we had a lot of people that saw that
up to 3,000 views right now. So solid. Thank you for everybody who's there. We don't have 3,000 subscribers, so help the boys out and
give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Yeah, thumbs up and subscribe. Did you know that if you what? It does that?
A little soccer ball?
A little soccer ball. Did you know that if you thumbs up something, it does a soccer ball? Like literally on this video, if you're watching it, check it. Like here, I'm gonna share this. Like, do you see the thumbs up? Right, I'm gonna unthumbs up. Right, like I didn't like this video. Oh, what did they say? Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Wow, what a great video, guys. I'm a thumbs up. Soccer animation.
That's pretty cool,
dude. That's so dope.
That's pretty cool. Thank you, YouTube. For that.
I don't know if that's just custom for any video or how that happens. Go try it out, guys.
Look, you guys can. I don't think we need to share post match because at the end of the day, like the main message was that no me
hablen. Don't talk to
Mikey
me.
mentioned about not even wanting to talk details, just how proud he was of this team. So at the end of the day, like you can watch the post match press conference. It's up on our YouTube channel. I'd much rather share videos and audio of what went down today for San Diego FC at the end of the season media availability. If you guys are,
I'm down, skis.
with that.
Are you okay with that, Abe?
Yeah,
That also just got posted on our YouTube channel. It was an hour and a half of player interviews and 41 minutes of Mikey and Tyler Heap's interviews. So
that's not to say there was an hour and a half of us being there.
no, it was 5 hours, guys.
It was a long time.
But they gave us burritos. Shout out.
We got breakfast burritos. Shout out SanDiego FC communications team. Thank you for that.
Shout out
coffee too, and water.
and water.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to all like the communications team. Like how much work goes into like doing all that stuff. Like I think
Breaks of the week.
And then have 3 dipshits, 2 and Abe, just show up and
Yeah,
be like,
don't call Abe a dipshit.
That's why I amended. That's why I edited.
Yeah.
yeah, it is like there's so many people like on like that staff. Like it's crazy how much work goes into like doing a whole soccer season. It's nuts.
Let's watch all 5 hours. There is a 5-hour version actually because it was recorded on Zoom. Technically speaking, and
You can like hear us talking in the background.
Imagine downloading that, dude.
that was So we understood that one of our compatriots was listening on the Zoom, and then he got there and he was like, "Yeah, guys, like I heard every side conversation you guys are having," and in my mind, I was like, "Did we talk shit?" I'm like, "No, we did not."
No, because
Well,
we're out loud.
No, we're professionals. But we were saying like, "Oh, what if this player goes over to Dortmund?" I'm like, "No, too old. He's not going to do that." All right, let's go ahead and put this game to rest. There'll be more to talk about the game with Thursday Chromaniacs, but here, a lot of new content, a lot of questions answered. What is next? Just like Mikey Vada says, ¿Y ahora qué? ¿Y ahora qué? For SanDiego FC. I'm gonna be sad. I can't use this one anymore. Like it's done. I deleted it. That's why I ended early. I just deleted it off the website. Like I can't use that anymore. SDFC is no longer
New challenger to the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Yeah. Oh, damn it, Abe. I need to go get it back. Okay. I literally deleted
New challenger to if Club World Cup, let's say they win
December 9th,
championship.
8 days.
Have you interviewed Sir Mohamed Mansour? Yeah, we have. When it was announced, and I'm like, Mohamed Salah? And it was like, oh, Salah is a great guy. And
yeah, he was at the game too. He was like standing in front of the supporter section. I remember I think I asked him a question during the announcement for the academy, the opening academy. Like so,
yeah, they're out there, guys.
Dude, there were people shouting at him to buy the Padres. I literally heard that from on the field. I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy, but. I imagine do you think he's ever watched a game of baseball?
Wouldn't that be something though?
Right to dream baseball? I mean, kind of. All right. Let's hear from head coach Mikey Varas here today after, again, today, dust has settled a little bit. He looks refreshed. He looks a little calmer. He looks good. He looks rested. Mikey.
Head coach Mikey Varas. Mikey, start you off. If you can give us an overall summary of what you've seen from the club this season, what the club's was able to do, and then for you on a personal level, forming part of such a historic season for a brand new club and starting from scratch, what it meant for you to be part of this.
Yeah, I think overall we're still carrying the sting from the other night because we're really competitive. People.
What's up?
No, the people are saying that there's an echo.
Okay.
When you took it off the screen, it disappeared. So maybe just mute yourselves while you post it.
Let's see.
Here, but if we can kind of
Echo there.
Did you mute yourself? I can't.
I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, cool.
let the dust settle and put that emotion aside. Also, there's an underlying feeling of pride for what we all did. We all worked really hard. We decided who we wanted to be, and we went for it with all the convictions in the world. We stayed consistent in the good times and the bad times, and we won a lot of games right off the bat. and we never gave up. And I think it's important that when I say we, that's every staff member, that's every single player, that's club leadership, that's ownership, and that's Frontera SD, every single season ticket holder who came every single match, anybody who wears any San Diego FC gear with pride, the whole city. I think it was all of us. And I think we've laid a strong foundation with deep roots that we can rely on, not just to have the mentality to come out and try to do it again, but actually to have that mentality to improve, come back stronger, and go for more. And then on a personal level, it's just pure gratitude to be fortunate enough to be a part of the city, of the region, of the club, to be on this journey with everybody, and a lot of honor that trust has been put in me to help steer the project in a good direction.
What have you been able to learn about yourself, your coaching style, and then moving into next year, which is obviously going to have a season before it, and it's not going to be so new? What are some things that are now known going into year 2 as opposed to year 1?
Yeah, I think trusting instincts is something that I really feel I've grown in terms of the feeling of going for something, your passion, going for it with everything you have relentlessly, for doing it with and for other people, and then also for learning how to let go and ride the waves that life gives you, right? Whether that's good fortune or tougher fortune, and just trusting in the process. And then I think for us, it's staying true to our values in the off season in terms of continuing to be open-minded to get better. That includes me, and continue growing, and to embrace competition and know that next season will provide a whole new challenge where we won't take anybody by surprise, right? Everybody will know what to expect from us. And also a great challenge for everybody to challenge that kind of relentless mindset of like, yeah, but now what? What can we do in the next step?
And having these conversations with the players, wrapping the season up, what are some of the things that for you as a coach, I was asking for a wish list, a holiday wish list for Tyler and the team to be able to bring you for next season?
Right now, the focus is just on exiting this season in as clear a way as possible with every player, and then going into a deeper analysis of exactly where does the roster fall. We think we have a lot of really good pieces. We have a really great foundation. The recruitment department and Tyler did a great job from the get-go. We got young guys, we got veteran guys, we got guys that Mark asked the other day. I mean, we had three rookies in the back line. You know what I mean? Duran making his debut. So we have a lot of pieces that we really like, but we're an ambitious club, so we will also make all the efforts possible to improve the roster as well and make it even more competitive, because that's one of the driving forces of who we are.
Head coach Mikey Varas, post-season interview. I mean, what do you guys think?
I mean, it's optimistic, and it's almost like hey, like I'm not over it, but I know I gotta get over it and start thinking of the future. But he's also gonna go on vacation for a little bit, unlike Tyler Heaps, who clearly says like, yeah, no, there's no time off for me.
Yeah, Brandon asking to splash the cash, Mike. I joke with you on this last game. Like, what if just tonight, the first question, I'm like, hey, Mike, just take me through. a lot of good things there. Focusing on the exiting part. Later on, we'll ask a head coach. Sporting director Tyler Heaps as to what he is going to be up to this season. This post off season, essentially no off season for him, but to try to go ahead and bolster the San Diego FC side that came short of the MLS Cup on their first try. Abe, what were your thoughts on what Mikey was saying, or anything else that struck with you? Because I know you also had a couple of good questions for him too. I think you're muted.
Abe, you're muted, Abe.
I think he's muted. Oh, Abe is muted.
I am muted. Sorry. I think it's perfectly fine for him to be optimistic about the future and what this team has accomplished. Like, to do this so early on in your first season. And I think something that we probably don't recognize enough is that just because they're so committed to their play style doesn't mean that they can't change a couple things, especially when that comes to like maybe potentially like using special different formations in certain moments. Like it's not always going to be this 4-3-3. There's a potential when you have this kind of play style that you can do a couple different things, make a couple different changes that make this offense even better. So there's definitely room for improvement, because when you're a new club, it's like, all right, we're going to completely all focus on this one thing. Now that you prove that you could do that, you can also prove that, hey, we could also try switching up the formation a little bit, still playing with this high offensive pressure and style, but like doing a little bit new things. So I think they definitely are well suited for next year. And like Mikey Vadas is committed at the very least for at least like 2 more years, I think, with San Diego.
Hey, season's greetings. Thank you, Playback. I guess boy's in the hospital at the moment, so I'll watch this later. Take care of that first, please.
Man.
But appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping
Wishing
by.
you the best right now, man.
The HR speak that the Mikey Vadas uses 100%. He speaks like a human resource guru and talking about the pieces and trying to. But right now we're focusing on the exit strategies for all the players, so they're in the best way possible.
Guys, it's a business too, though. It's a business. Like, come on, like they have to also make money, and Tyler Heaps talks about that. And yeah, it's look, in order for it to be a family and a community and everything, there also has to be that ugly business side to it.
Yeah,
and that's sports. That's just sports in general. Like, if you're a soccer nerd and you like the GAM, the TAM, and everything, go check out Tyler Heaps in this one, because he talks about it like a man in his position. He needs to meet budget. He needs to bring in revenue for the club. Like it was so interesting hearing him talk about
ticket
all that.
sales.
Comparing that to how he was talking, I think I remember talking to him when this was all starting and how he was like building it all, and he was kind of like skirting around these words a little bit, just talking a little bit like, oh yeah, there's the TAM and the GAM and all that stuff. But today he was like, well, there's the blah, 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 we have this much TAM, this much blah, blah, we can use this much, but then we got some revenue from the playoff thing, so that could potentially do this. We still have a third DP. We could do U22. Like he was just going crazy for a little bit. And I was like, oh, this guy's been in the weeds for a whole year. His hair's starting to go gray. Like this is what an MLS season does to you. It's pretty nuts.
His hair turned very gray before the season started. During the season and after like the trade deadline, like kind of started going back. And right now it's getting to that point again.
It looks good. What are you talking about? All right,
it's the stress.
This is from sporting director Tyler Heaps.
In now with the exit of the season, what's going to be top of mind and top of the priority list in order to go ahead and build this roster for next season with CONCACAF champions right around the corner?
Yeah, a little bit different than this past year, how we started. So I think it's just about improving the group, constantly trying to find players that can fit within how we want to play, but also people that fit within the roster construction. This is a salary cap league, but we are fortunate. We have a lot of flexibility, so we have the ability to go out and do a lot if it's the right player. But it's about now making sure we follow our process and find the right players that fit to make us better next year.
And expanding this roster, what are some of the areas of focus, perhaps midfield, defense, or on attack, where you're looking towards the most in order to go ahead and bolster that?
Yeah, I think we're going through a lot. It's no secret. We had problems with injuries at right fullback, and we had problems with injuries at the 9 position. So those are probably the 2 focal points about one, can we get guys back fit or do we need to go and strengthen in the window? And so those are the two main ones. I think we're pretty happy with our midfield. I think we've already gotten some guys in from a pivot standpoint with Alejandro's making good progress to come back, hopefully in the beginning of next season. We got Pedro to kind of fill that role as well. Looking constantly to find players that could fit, but I think we've got a very healthy squad heading into next year, and we won't see a ton of turnover.
Tyler, how do you manage and evaluate expiring contracts? Luca De La Torre and his expired loan, now negotiating deals. How do you manage that and evaluate who would you bring back and who you might not?
Yeah, I'm fortunate that we have a really good team, so it's a lot of conversations with those guys. We have to always look at the risk. I think that's what we try to look at first. What is the risk if we are to give a player a certain contract, and how that impacts other things? Whenever you make a deal in this league, it always impacts the rest of how you can strengthen the roster. And so just constantly looking at what we have coming, what the pipeline looks like. Do we have players that we think are ready to step up next year, or do we need to go and get somebody else that can be an impact player?
There's also been discussion.
He did mention too that if another DP were to come, he'd be looking for somebody in the 10 or the 9 position.
Yeah, which is I think hearing that for a lot of fans, they're probably thinking, yes, like this is what they want, right? A third DP signing. Look, at the end of the day, like they're gonna bring in players. There's players that are not gonna come back. You know, Luca De La Torre is one of those players that's not gonna come back. We can hear some sounds from him later as well, but I'm letting everyone know Luca's gone. Like I'd be surprised if he stays. Boateng, I'm surprised if he stays. There's some players there that, you know, for sure are probably not going to come back, and that means bringing in new players. And I think we can all agree, like Tyler, like you need a right fullback, and you need a 9. You need another goal scorer, someone that's going to do it. Who that would be? That's the question. Look, a DP signing. Anders Dreyer was a DP signing, and nobody knew who he was. You mean to tell me there's not another guy like that out there in Europe who's tearing it up in the Europa League, or, you know, tearing it up in the Europa League in quotes, but is that good and comes in MLS and can just tear up the league like Dreyer did? There's a bunch of guys like that in Europe.
Yeah.
And he, just to clarify too, if you guys go on to listen to the full conversation with Tyler, he also went on to couch that and saying like there needs to be like some education just of the fan base, and I've like everyone around the whole San Diego soccer ecosphere, just on what they can do, like just roster wise. And I would highly doubt if they add a third DP, because they had the opportunity to do that multiple times this season, and they didn't. And I really don't think like that is truly like the missing piece, especially with how successful they've been this year. I think you'd like want to focus on like solidifying this stuff, and then they'd all like just revenue wise from how much they're spending money, how much they're focused on youth development. I think that's where most of their resources are going, and I'd be very surprised if they do add a third DP for next season.
Well, the hunt begins, and here we are again. Like the rumors will start, the rumors will swirl. Philippe is asking you, Chiba, does it have to be from Europe?
Yes, because if it's anywhere in South America, whether it's Brazilian, Argentino, it's going to be the player's going to be too expensive. If it's Mexican, the player's going to be too expensive. If it's anywhere from Saudi Arabia, from one of those leagues, like it's going to be way too expensive. Those guys make way too much money. So it has to be from Europe. It has to be from somewhere like you found Dreyer at Anderlecht, like from the league in Belgium, and playing in like the Europa League, not even playing in Champions League caliber teams. So I do think it has to be from Europe. Chiba, how about Africa?
I mean, they have Ghana.
They have Ghana with Right to Dream. They have
a large scouting network, and
they do. And Tyler Hibbs did say that it's going to start internally. Like they're going to first look internally with FC Northland, with the academies in Ghana and Egypt, and that's where they'll look first, and then open it up to everywhere else in the world.
Here we go. All right, Tyler, talking about exactly that. Like, where are you going to look for these players, Tyler? Where are these players, Tyler?
Our whole roster construction.
Some more depth.
Yeah.
for you personally in the construction of the roster for next team? Obviously, you have the Right to Dream network to tap into. Do you go with the short list of players that you've already had that are outside of that network and then supplement and accent the team with those players, or vice versa? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, our process is always look internal before we look external. And so we are actively trying to build that network. We have a really strong academy. FC Northland has proven that when you get those guys from West Africa, they're ready to go, and they normally go very quickly in terms of breaking into the team, but then also going for future transfers. And so we are actively having those conversations. Our Egyptian academy is only getting stronger. Our oldest age groups are getting older and older. And our Denmark academy is also very strong. So I think you saw that in the Cholos friendly, right? We have good players. So we are actively looking internally. Those conversations can be hard because this pathway hasn't existed before. So we need to prove that it works. But we're having those conversations. And so a lot of stuff that's happening internally, but we also are still doing the work externally because we need to be prepared in case any of those opportunities don't come to fruition. And yeah, we need to make sure that we have a number of players that strengthens our negotiations as well.
And where does SanDiego.FC right now, in your opinion, fall in that totem pole of Right to Dream, whether it's the A side, B side? Where do you see yourself in this club being on that, along with FC Northland?
Yeah, we see it as two A clubs, different pathways. We always tell the players that we need to find the pathway that's best for them. And normally for young players, it's opportunities and it's getting playing time. And so there may be a situation where it makes more sense to bring a center back here, for example, because we have maybe not as much depth as FC Northland has, for example, or maybe make it more sense for that center back to go there because of the injury situation. And so it's always that constant communication. It's where I think we do have a strength in numbers. I've worked for multi-ownership before, but I think our continuity and our collaboration is fantastic. So being able to have people flying back and forth and focusing on that is really important for us.
You mentioned
That's the sporting director. And if anything, this dude did a hell of a job this season in building this team. I think with the resources that he has, not saying that players are resources. I'm talking about the money and the scouting network that they have. With those kind of resources.
Yeah, don't call them resources.
Yeah.
Human beings.
Tyler Heaps is going to
you.
do something special this next season as well. He's going to bring some really important pieces for San Diego.
More Danish, Norwegian players that fit the style. Yeah, I mean, the guest players in the Baja Cup. Yeah, I rest assured, there will be players that you will see being SanDiego.FC players that have.
Can we already find out where their place is in the draft now? I think we can, right? Like that's gonna be a whole thing too. They have a draft again, and they found two of their starters now for their last game of their playoff game from the draft. So they have so many chances to add.
Yeah, but again, now you are not number 1 and 2 where you get the you get the Manu Duah, right? Like that, the number 1 pick was Manu Duah. So he just kind of came into fruition as he should. Good job draft and college system.
You guys want to hear from Chucky Lozano?
Do we ever, bud? Let's hear
from Chucky Lozano about his side of things. Of how what everything went down, and
is he leaving?
Is he happy?
Is he
leaving?
Gone?
Is he staying?
Does he hate us here in San Diego? Does he hate San Diego? Is this what he's going to tell us?
Let's hear from Chucky Lozano.
All right.
I'd like to hear your side of what happened. If you could describe, what happened and your feelings moving forward, how it was handled with the club and by you.
Es la primera vez que estás disponible a prensa desde el incidente en octubre. ¿Se nos puedes dar tu versión, cómo te sientes y cómo se manejó la situación?
No, yo creo que ese tema quedó en el pasado y bueno, ya eso quedó atrás y bueno, vamos a seguir adelante y vamos a seguir adelante con la mejor disposición.
No, I think that's a matter of the past. We're going to put that behind us and we're going to move forward with best disposition.
And in terms of your immediate future, you've said that playing in the World Cup is very important for you. Do you feel like you can make a World Cup roster by staying here for the next 6 months, even though you might not be a starter? I mean, clearly you were not a starter in the last 5 games. Do you feel like you might need to go somewhere else to have a better chance to make World Cup?
Has comentado que para ti es importante estar bien para tener la oportunidad de ir al Mundial. ¿Tú crees que si permaneces aquí en San Diego, dado que no has sido titular en los últimos partidos, crees que tengas esa oportunidad?
Sí, claro que sí. Yo creo que el club y la gente que trabaja aquí vamos a a trabajar de la mejor manera para que ese objetivo llegue. Y bueno, hay que estar en la mejor disposición, claro, y vamos a regresar de la mejor manera para que eso suceda, ¿no? Ese es mi objetivo y bueno, hay que prepararse al máximo.
Yeah, of course. I think here with the people at the club and myself, everyone that works here, we're going to work together in the best way possible to get to that goal. We're going to come in and be in the best position in order to get to our objective, to be in the best one possible.
And then last for me, just to be clear, to understand, you will not entertain any offers to go somewhere else in the short term before the World Cup. You will 100% stay here.
Para preguntarte, ¿no entretenerás la posible ofertas de una salida a corto plazo para tener oportunidad de ir al Mundial?
No, totalmente no. Yo estoy aquí, yo estoy feliz aquí con San Diego y pues mi mentalidad es estar aquí, apoyar al club, a los jugadores, al cuerpo técnico y a la directiva de la mejor manera y bueno, a llegar a ese objetivo de ir al Mundial y trabajando muy duro.
No, totally not. I'm very happy here in San Diego. My mentality is to be here and support the players, the coaching staff, the club and overall, to get into the best form possible and get to our objectives.
I think you guys are still muted, but that was Hirving El Chucky Lozano talking with Mark Ziegler. He asked some good questions. I think Ziegler had a pretty good piece in the Union Tribune. If you guys want to check that out, just about Chucky's future and also what the general history of an MLS player in the playing for the World Cup from MLS. Like it's never happened before. I think technically we did the math, right, Tony? It was Jorge. Who was it?
It was Campos.
It was Campos. Yeah, it was Jorge Campos is like the only MLS Mexican player that's ever been on a World Cup roster. So it would technically, like, just by that math alone, it's going to be tough. So it's interesting to see where Chucky ends up. If I had to put money down, I'd say he probably stays, but it's not completely guaranteed at all. If you ask me at the beginning of the year, I think he's staying the entire duration of his contract, but at this point, it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, no, I think it's interesting, especially with that little kind of like grin that he shows, right? Like the little smile. He knows what he's supposed to say right now. I still wouldn't be surprised if Chucky leaves before the season starts or in the summer. Or before the World Cup. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I think he also knows that him staying in San Diego gives him the best chance at the World Cup still. It's not like he's not going to start anymore for San Diego FC moving into the second year. So I think he knows that, especially, this is the team that kind of put him back in the national team, the impact that this team made. So I think Chucky understands that, so I can see him staying. But I also wouldn't be surprised if he does leave. I think the Mexican League starts in January and MLS starts until February. So,
well, you guys think he stays? The chat looks like they think he stays. And if he doesn't, he doesn't. But there is one added layer I don't think anybody was expecting. And we've kind of looked at each other and everybody at media availability, and we're like, did we hear that? Like, is this something worth looking into? Like, worth thinking about, worth using any sort of headspace for? You asked him, right? It was you right after. Just kind of help me with this one, because we had Honors Dreyer, MVP for San Diego FC, MVP for the league if his name was if Messi wasn't in the league, for sure.
Greatest player ever, yeah.
Yeah, just nothing minor, right? And Chiva, after I asked, like, hey, the season, blah, 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 yeah, blah, blah, blah. Chiva, you asked a brave question. You've been killing it with questions all year. People recognize that. And Chiva looks Honors Dreyer straight in the eye and says, hey, you're playing pretty good.
Season, you had some teams overseas in Europe maybe knocking on the door to get you to sign for them. Are you open to that so soon after arriving in San Diego, or are you confident of staying another season here?
I have 2 more years in San Diego. I signed 3 years. but I always learned also in football, you never say never. So we don't know what will happen, and I don't know what will happen. And of course, it's a bigger decision. It's not only me; it's the club and what they want. So I think now I'm gonna enjoy a little bit of a rest, and then of course in a week or two I'm gonna start thinking about football again. So yeah, we'll see what will happen.
He didn't rule anything out, guys. He didn't rule anything out. Chucky Lozano said, "I'm staying."
Se queda.
Anders Dreyer said, "Never say never," quoting Justin Bieber. So, look, if a Ajax, PSV, a Champions League level team knocks on the door and says, "Hey, SanDiego FC, we like what we saw from Anders Dreyer. We eyed him at Anderlecht in the Europa League. Great signing, great season.
Hello?
We'll give you 15 million
Tripling.
for Anders Dreyer."
What you paid?
He's 27. He's in his prime. He's too good to be in MLS. How many times have we heard people say he's too good for MLS? You're telling me he wouldn't be okay moving over there if he's gonna be a starter for a team in that level? Shorter flight time to get to Denmark for national team duty. Like, come on. It's a club. His dream is to play in Champions League. He wants to play a World Cup.
He's gonna play a World Cup.
I mean, no, they have to qualify.
The team would have to pay for him. Yeah, sure. Like, a lot. Yeah. But
I think 15 million, Tyler Heaps considers that and says, "Oh, okay." Not after finding a replacement, though. Like, I'm pretty sure he has a list of guys that play just like Dreyer.
Mhm.
And he's like, "Okay, if he does leave, we sign this guy." And he becomes our next DP. Who's this guy? That's the same thing they said about Dreyer.
Yeah. I mean, Abe, go for it.
I just don't. I think that's one of those things that like you kind of have to say. Like, you never say never. But I think he stays without question. Like, he's so important, and it would take a lot for a European team to offer that much money for a 27-year-old. I think we see that a lot with the young players in the US, like that play in the MLS. But with he's so important now to the identity of SanDiego FC and how they play, and like without him, I think this team would like just be completely different. And you need his like not only as a winger, but he's moved around so much in that front line that he's just so difficult to defend that like he cannot be taken from this team. And I highly question that he ends up.
I agree. I don't think it's in the club's best interest to let go of Anders Dreyer.
But never say never, though.
But if an Ajax knocks on the door and says, "Hey, we'll give you $8 million for him," and Anders Dreyer understands that he can play Champions League football, he can play in one of the top 7 leagues in the world, he'd probably want to leave. And then is it worth keeping Anders Dreyer, a player that's going to play upset because he had the option to play Champions League next season or even still during this season? I don't know. It's a lot to think about. And, you have to have those thoughts when you have high caliber players like Anders Dreyer. Other teams are going to want him. I wouldn't be surprised if Inter Miami's like, "Hey, he can play on the left too, right? Like, why not? Like, blah, blah, blah." But just kidding. Inter Miami wouldn't do that.
Yeah, he has to be Argentinian,
and there's no way. I will say this: there's absolutely no way SDFC sells him to another MLS team or a Liga MX team
in North America. Dreyer will play for SanDiego FC and SanDiego FC only.
Hey, man, Club America might drop
money
on it.
Imagine.
Oh, me muero.
Imagínate.
Me muero, güey.
Then we have to do the America podcasts to be like, "Oh, pues Anders Dreyer, no, pues you got the juega right." All right. So in this same vein, we're saying goodbye to some of these players for the season. Like you're seeing Mikey, you see Tyler, you see Chucky. Again, full list of players that were on there for the exit interviews today on our YouTube, SanDiego.Futbol. Check that out.
We'll be completely honest. We didn't get some of them because it was so long and the battery died and we had to charge it and save the battery for Mikey Varas and Tyler Hipp. So on our video, you don't see Luca de la Torres, but Tony caught some.
We'll
posted on Instagram.
We'll get to that one.
And then we didn't catch Manu Duas on there, and I believe we didn't catch
Emma Boateng.
No, we did get Boateng. We didn't catch Alex Maiten. So we missed 3 players.
Not a lot on there.
On those 3 players, maybe the most interesting one was Luca de la Torre. Not being unsure about his future. He did confirm his contract loan ended already.
Yeah.
He's technically under contract with Celta Vigo right now. He has 6 months left in that contract, so he's allowed to start negotiating. We did get Pablo Cisniega. Other big things maybe from the player we missed, Manu Duah. He said he's sticking to that center back role.
Yeah.
He's not going to switch to the defensive mid. He said if Mikey wants him there, he's going to play wherever Mikey wants him.
Mhm.
I think he enjoys playing as a center back. I think he loves how good he is as a center back. And I'll be completely honest, when you're a center defensive mid and you transition to the center back role, it's so much easier. The game is so much easier.
Yeah, because you don't have to play as fast as you do in the midfield.
And when you do make a dribble and make a pass the way you would as a midfielder, as a center back, you get so much brace.
All right. So
real quick with Luca de la Torre, that was one of the questions you asked him when he was announced, right, Chiva? If I'm not mistaken, I remember standing on top of a roof in Little Italy talking with Luca de la Torre, and like the question of his like contract came up, and he was kind of like, "Yeah, I'm gonna," basically saying like, "I'm staying no matter what." But
se queda.
We should look into that. I'll look into that once. Do you remember that, Chiva? Did you
I
ask
do.
that?
I'm gonna pull it up in a bit.
So while he looks up one from the past, let's look at one from the present, the current. I was gonna say the current. Luca de la Torre today here for that. See, where is audio? Audio is there. Unmute audio. Unmute audio. We place audio. Hi, audio.
Yeah, it was a great season. I loved it. It's such a great setup here, the way the club's run, the coaching staff, the players, the staff around the club. It was such a pleasure to be a part of, and also the games and the atmosphere in the stadium and the run we went on and all the games we won. It was really special. It's something I'm gonna remember forever.
When you came in with a loan spell, you had your personal goals. What were those personal goals, and were you able to reach those here in San Diego?
Yeah, definitely. It was a great season for me. To get back into the national team, to play a lot of games there, to be a really important part of this project, and to make a really meaningful run, where we can say that if we were a little bit better on the day, we could have gone to the final. Yeah, it was a great season.
Not a lot of players are able to play in their hometown. You had the privilege to be able to do that. Will you be able to go ahead and say that you're looking forward to potentially remaining here in San Diego, or continue to be able to play in front of your fans?
Yeah, I would love to be able to say that. Right now, I have to, consider all my options and then just make a life decision. So right now, I don't have an answer.
Well, let's hear what he said when he was first announced.
A lot of people, but I believe that it can be done.
And would you say your contracts, you're here on loan from Celta Vigo with a buy option at the end of the season? Would you say that your goal is to eventually go back to Europe to play for a bigger club, or would you be comfortable just staying here in San Diego?
I think that if I'm happy here and that means I'm playing my best football, I'll stay. I'm sure that the club will take the option. If not, then it's a way out for both parties if for whatever reason it doesn't work out.
And you were with
oh man, that aged quickly, man.
Dude, that's
Damn.
so interesting.
He said, I'm sure the club will
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
I can't believe you're pulling this up.
Literally what happened.
No, Ghost. If you know, you know.
Nothing like a decade-old Call of Duty
but
reference.
That's so. I mean, good on you, Chiva, for already knowing what was gonna happen. But
Chiva Damos strikes again.
literally, as soon as he was like, while he's still the ink is still fresh on the contract, and Chiva was like,
"Hey man, are you gonna stay?
Though, are you?"
Just to be clear, like your goal is to do this. I think I remember that. That's why I worded that question that way. Like,
Yeah,
did you achieve all your goals?
Yeah. You know, he does say if I'm playing my best football, and he's stuck to that. He's saying like whatever's my best option, like we're gonna look into that. And I don't think the club's gonna exercise the option or didn't exercise the option, buddy. Like, sorry.
No, but they are negotiating for like potentially continuing it on, but it definitely would be at a different price point, and it's gonna be tough with like the way the like salary cap works and how much money are you gonna be committing to Luca Del Torre, who playing in that midfield wasn't starting, and there are other options out there, so it's interesting where his future is with this team.
It's also smart from Tyler Heaps to say in that negotiation, say, hey, look, go back to Celta Vigo, finish out the 6 months, then we'll bring you back. What sucks for Luca de la Torre is that Celta Vigo is still ongoing in their season, so he really doesn't get a break. He probably has to fly back to Celta Vigo tomorrow. I'm sure they're telling him, hey, like take a week or two, but you know, Celta Vigo can say, all right, fly back now and we'll see you at training tomorrow.
Yeah, they're definitely giving him a break, but it is that could have happened.
Yeah, no, I mean, we'll see. I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, you think MLS clubs are ruthless. I'm pretty sure Spanish teams are even worse. Tony?
He's gone. Like
Yeah,
he's
no,
done. Like
he's done.
he again, to give my own experience on the accounts of what happened today, he looked the most dejected. He looked the most, to use your word, Abe, he looked the most just tell me where I gotta be. Just tell me where I gotta go. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Talk
and then
here.
going to
All right,
Celta, he's
cool.
not
Like,
gonna get minutes.
He's just checked out mentally. Everybody in their own way, but even for Luca, you know, he's not the most animated fellow, which I will never give any crap to for being. It's funny sometimes, but I think clearly for him, and he's talking about life choices. This is a life choice, and I don't think San Diego will be in the cards for him moving up. And if he does, then he has something to prove to this team, because there's a lot of people who were very happy for him to come back. He made it back to the national team.
I mean, he can also just be a rotational player for SanDiego FC.
Why not?
Like, why not?
To the Philadelphia Union? Oh shit, that'd be funny. That'd be funny, actually.
And then somehow Corey Barrett also just goes over there.
Decisions can be different when you're a married man.
Yeah. Look, I think, was there maybe a player that you were like, wow, I didn't think it would be this good to talk to him today? For me, it was Aníbal Godoy.
Aníbal Godoy, as we were mentioning, all these players just kind of like in their bye-bye moments, like everybody's kind of like the complete opposite of Luca, of whether you want to stay, want to go. I don't know. Like even Dreyer, like, oh, it's not in my hands. Chucky was like, yeah, somebody who actively, yes, please keep me here. Please keep me here, guys. Can I stay? Like, please let me stay. Aníbal Godoy.
We see what happens.
Si se queda otro año usted aquí en San Diego, ¿sería su último año como futbolista?
Bueno,
to ask Chiba if this is your last, if you stay next year, is this going to be your last year as a soccer player?
Ya estoy pensando en la transición de futbolista a me gustaría ser entrenador también o ser parte del fútbol. Entonces,
so he's saying that he wants to, you know, maybe he's kind of coming up to that decision and he wants to transition maybe into a coaching role and still wants to be part of the football. I don't know if he's kind of like saying football in general or like coach for Right to Dream. I know that
it's just general coaching is that's what I took from it.
General coaching.
Quiero jugar un año más al más alto nivel, competir para el mundial, competir para San Diego, CONCACAF Champions League tenemos el próximo año. Creo que un año muy bonito y estar listo y ver qué pasa después en un futuro.
That's a man who doesn't know where he future stands, man.
Yeah, he says, you know what? I'm. That's why I played in Spanish. I like his voice and his cadence in Spanish. Yeah, he's just talking about he's talking as if he's still part of the team next year.
Well,
right?
His contract has a
have-
club option
Yes.
for 26 and 27.
We have the opportunity to go ahead and go to CONCACAF Champions. I want to go ahead and represent Panama in the World Cup along with San Diego FC in the World Cup, which is next year, right? So he's kind of pointing himself in that direction.
Look, right now, this is the only player that for sure would be in the World Cup for San Diego FC.
Yes.
Chucky's not a for sure yet.
Nope.
Mexico's in, but Chucky's not in that squad like 100% yet. Godoy is the captain of Panama, who are going to be going to their second World Cup. Like, I think if you're San Diego FC, it's in your best interest to not only keep Godoy because he was a great midfielder for you and has a lot of experience, but because now you can really have someone to support and root for in the World Cup. Tyler Heaps mentioned it. We want all of our players in the World Cup.
Guys?
Yeah, and I think, like, it's another coach on the field, too. I think Yepes Verskov, obviously, is the captain, but early on in the season, I think we all pointed to Godoy being, like, just a real leader just throughout the midfield, not just with like the young players too. Like, it was with everyone. You could see him like having those conversations. Like, even in that Minnesota game, he was the one after they scored to like, hey, everybody calm down. We still need to win this game. Like, he's so important to this team.
Marcus and Varson, part of the questioning, and honestly, like his questions, everybody was kind of like, all right, like, hey, dude, how did you see the season? Oh, well, it was like this, and I don't know. But we also got Oni Valakari as well.
For a club first year, what was the experience like for you in MLS with this club as well?
Yeah. I've been in a lot of projects in my career, like in new teams and everything. So it's always something new to do, but it wasn't so new to me because I've experienced it before in my previous clubs. And when you need to build something, sometimes it takes time. But the way everybody came in with such an open mind, the system we have behind the whole club and the whole city definitely helped us a lot. We had really high expectations for ourselves coming into the season. I think we had a good season. Obviously, now the last result we had against Vancouver still hurts, and it's gonna probably hurt for a while. But we know in football, you get a new chance, and that's what we're gonna get ready for and prepare for a good next year.
And then how would you say you grew as a player this last year, being back in the Finnish national team as well? How have you been able to grow with the team and independently as well?
I think it's a really easy team to be a part of. The group we have outside of the pitch is really good also. Everybody's good friends together. I think that obviously shows on the pitch also that we trust each other. Everybody's fighting for each other. Everybody's happy for each other's success. And I think that's been a really good thing for us this year, that we're playing for each other, fighting for each other. And that helped us a lot to have a good year.
Honey, you're amongst the players that the club has an option to keep for next season. Have those conversations taking place already? Do you want to stay another season here?
Yeah, actually, I just had a conversation with them, and I am expected to stay.
Breaking news, per sources, Oni Valakari is returning next year for San Diego FC 2026. Our sources have confirmed that indeed, midfielder, yes, / utility player for San Diego FC, Oni Valakari, will be returning.
I am expected to stay. I share with them, and I am expected to stay. I'm really happy to get to stay here. I've enjoyed this year. I'm looking forward for the next years. I think we still have a lot higher ceiling than what we showed this year, and I'm really happy to be a part of it in the future also. So I'm happy on my side to get to continue here, and I think the club is also happy with me to stay here, and I think we have good goals ahead of us, and we're looking forward for that.
And that's very funny for him to say good goals ahead of us. Like, buddy, you missed so many goals.
What did you ask him after?
Me?
Obviously, staying another season, do you think your role will be the same, kind of like that attacking midfielder, or having to play on the wing, having to play as a false nine sometimes?
One of the reasons why I probably played so much also this year was that I could play in a lot of positions. I think that helped me a lot. Me personally, I like to play in all the midfield roles. I think those are my best positions. Obviously, I want to get better and improve every year that I'm here, and I think this is the perfect environment for me to grow as a player and as a human also.
Yeah, no, I think this is one of those where I double checked with the club and was like, hey, like, should he have said that? And they were like, well, he said it. So
It's out there.
It's out there. Like nothing anyone can do now. Like
sources trust me, bro. Yeah, trust. Don't play the thing again. He said it. It was him.
I just hope that they like confirmed it with him for sure and they signed or whatever they had to do before he just came out and said where they can say like, hey dude, actually plans changed.
Yeah, sure. I'm actually supposed to sign in a week, and we'll be back, and we'll be good to go. Just salary slashed in half. Like, nope.
This is one of those where I like for him to stay. I think it's a good move. I mean, he's only 25, 26. So, like, again, he can play anywhere, and just keep him outside the box.
Is he the backup to whoever DP signing number 10 Tyler Heaps brings in? That'd be pretty neat. Yeah,
we didn't even. I was looking back. By the way, we didn't play like the really good quotes from Eidevall.
Did we not?
No.
What were the good quotes?
Do you know?
Which ones?
Hold on, I can.
Or maybe our listeners can also find it and send us the link.
You know what time? Or I remember
6 minutes and 52 seconds into the. Hey, I could play it from my phone if you want.
Multimedia here. 6 minutes.
And the more important is to work in off season and to be ready to come here and fighting again. And the first thing is to come here San Diego. If we see, I don't know what happened. If I am here next year, and we have conversation, but still, like if I come back next year, try to be ready to compete first one here in the club and after be ready for national team.
Eidevall, is your contract a club option or how does that
work? Yeah, club option. We're talking about that one. I'm not sure if I come back, but I want to come back. I feel happy in San Diego. My family is happy. I don't want to move more, in that time of my career, 35-year-old, I don't want to move, anymore. I want to finish here. I feel happy with this organization and we see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
It was right before my question. Like, look, he said it. He's 35 years old. He's tired of moving.
I don't want to move with my career.
He doesn't want to go to fucking Nashville.
I'm 37.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, he's 35, has his family here. San Diego's the best place to live in America. Like, why would he want to move? Like, he's getting minutes. He's the captain of Panama. Like, man, make this guy the face of the club. Like, you need to keep him another season.
His family, his collaborations.
Like, let him retire as a San Diego FC player, which is kind of like what I asked Chucky the first time we ever got to do a press conference.
Will this be your final team, Chucky?
It's crazy looking back at how packed that press conference was. And, like, the press conference today with Chucky Lozano is, like, pretty different. Like,
tens of people.
He could end up in St. Louis. Oof. Yeah, come on, dude.
Man.
Why would you wish that on anybody?
Yeah,
or just not manifest. Let's not manifest St. Louis to anybody.
Yeah. Thank you, Abe, for
thank you, our listeners, for yeah. Come on, dude.
All right. You want to hear one of the voicemails?
Throughout this time, there was a yes, we'll get to some voicemails right now. There was a mention of like Tennessee, and I went after Tennessee, and then one of the reporters next to me was like, "Hey, bub,
that's my home.
That's my home state."
Hey, you shut up, kid. You jabroni. You don't know what you're talking. He went at you. I thought that was awesome.
And guess where he's at right now? In San Diego.
He really did, and that's what I told him. Like, if it's so good, then why'd you leave?
Shout out to Karthik. He goes to a lot of the training stuff too. So he does.
We got Rocky Tops. Cool. That's a good song. Do you know that song? It's a good song.
Yeah, he pulled out a USL 2 team on you, so you gotta.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I don't know if we'll play it, but you asked. Yep. Not yet. But you were asking about the field conditions, right?
Oh, I asked Cisniega about the field conditions. Yeah.
And he was like, well, I've played in some pretty rough terrains, and I played in Mexico. I've played in a USL championship, blah, 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 blah. And then our buddy, again, we're name dropping, we're giving credit, Isaiah, who's one of the best photographers that San Diego FC has, videographers, excuse me, that San Diego FC has. He came from New Mexico's USL, New Mexico United. And then we were talking about like terrible pitches, and I just looked at like Wishford, I'm like, talk about New Mexico United, huh? And he's like, and like
He started crying.
Yeah.
No, his reactions to some of these questions were also so funny because he was like, "Bro, what?"
Shout out to everybody who works with that team. Reporter beef. I mean, no, I just
reporter banter.
I just have San Diego at such a high pedestal that if you come and say some things like, "Oh, well, this, well, you're here, man. Like, I didn't force you to leave wherever it said that you love." Not necessarily particularly that conversation, but like when people are like, "Oh man, Fresno tacos are better," like, get out of here with that. Like, if they're so good, you would have stayed. People would travel to live in Fresno for their tacos. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, bye, Fuji. Like, done.
Fuji. All right, let's get to some voicemails.
Let's get to
I think
some
people
voicemails.
Send some stuff. I want to shout them out and hear what they had to say
If you
about
want,
the game.
if you also want to leave a voicemail, that's the number right there. All right. How did Tony do this?
You have
Tony
to share
did
the
this
page,
this
yeah.
way, did it this way, and then put it this way. But then I'm gone. But I'm
You gotta do this one. Oh, not that one.
I don't know what's happening, Chiba.
You gotta add this one.
All right, we're fine. Hold on. While I figure this out, I know what you're trying to do. I know what we're trying to do.
This one.
Wow. Oh, do you want me to do a fake phone call, or you?
All right, you want to start with the fake phone call? Clearly, this is a fake phone call. Let me know if you guys hear this in the chat.
Hey guys, Milanowski here again. Still haunting you. Woo. Sorry about the other night, but you all know if I was there, you guys would have won that game. I almost said we, the San Diegan in me. But
I really hope people can hear that right now. Oh, you just left the voicemail like that. All right.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Milan.
The ghost.
It's not that great.
George is like, we heard it. All right. If you want to get the fake one out of the one, all right, that's
No,
fine.
that was real, man. That was a real ghost.
That was real Milanowski. That's
for anyone out there. You're always the phone line's always open. You can leave very funny things like that if you'd like.
Do you think he goes around like that? Like just introduces himself like this?
hey guys, Milanowski here.
Hey guys.
Watch it be like Landon Donovan, just with a hidden like voice changer, just like
Milan is only good for half a season, half a voicemail.
Oh.
Dang.
Hello, San Diego football crew. This is William Land speaking, coming from the north side of California in Sacramento. Well, the entire journey of San Diego FC getting to the MLS Cup final came so short. So the good news is, what a tremendous inaugural season it was at the start of the 2025 year. I'm so impressed to see how the team has been going so incredibly well, especially for all the fans around the corner, coming from near and far, whether they are playing at home or going on an away game. It was amazing from start to finish. And I sure hope that 2026 season will bring interesting next chapter to bring what San Diego FC has to offer. So, as a fan coming from Sacramento, California, I can say is thank you so much for San Diego FC for bringing this incredible opportunity to join a Major League Soccer team, for this 30th expansion team to be joined. And I'm so thrilled and honored to be looking forward for the next journey ahead in order to prepare for the upcoming CONCACAF Champions Cup tournament coming this early February, as well as before the start of the 2026 World Cup in North America. So, with all the fans and everyone else around the corner, for a huge SDFC fans, I can say thank you so much and looking forward to the 2026 season. Last thought before I close, dream on, everyone. Dream on.
That's very positive.
Thank you for that.
I know he's a fan from NorCal, and I think you can hit him up on Instagram. I know he was on here earlier want to get it right. Cool Will 20 on Instagram. Shout out. He does go up and down. But yeah, that was awesome. Come on.
No, don't be like that, Chad. Come on now.
All right. Hey, how about this? How about you add some life to us?
Easy to type. Leave us a voicemail.
Ow.
No, Tony has been in pain all day, guys. You guys should have seen him at the presser today. He was like, "Oh, my hip, oh, my back,"
and he was still saying he's like a better athlete than everyone there. Like,
it's incredible how great of an athlete I am, even despite my handicaps. Like, I'm so much better than you.
No,
destroy you right now, dude.
We'll see your athletic.
Come on. Let's see how athletic your tongue is.
Did you guys have an answer for this?
You are catching a wave.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Do you guys have an answer for this Vancouver fan who?
Hi, Vancouver.
Who wants to know if there's something happened to the fan that threw a beer at Thomas Mueller? Like,
beer. I thought it was popcorn.
It was beer. It was liquid.
Like beer. Yeah, I'm sure the Snapdragon Stadium staff usually is pretty good on that. They have
facial recognition.
Yeah, they have all the surveillance stuff. So I'm sure
Inchi Rasa, man,
whoever that was taken out of the stadium. And usually, I think fans around this, like the stands as well, they don't like people throwing beers like that. Like, that's just, I think everyone can agree that's just so disrespectful and not cool.
It's not even disrespectful it's just disrespectful to everybody's wallets. Just the amount that a beer costs at Snapdragon Stadium is insane. All right, let's go ahead and play this final voicemail here that we have for the night.
Hey, two balls in the mic. Hope all's great. Hey, what do you think of that rumor going around about the MLS, possibly Mohamed Salah coming over, and Tom Bogert's comment that if he does, it's most likely San Diego. Anyway, hope all's great with you guys. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Honestly,
he can be a 10, he can be a 9, but he's a winger on the right.
And you got on the Dreyer there.
Tony started that rumor. Well, I mean, when I asked Big Mr. Mansour at launch,
you asked them that back when they announced the team at Snapdragon at that event.
No effing chance Salah comes here.
I was talking to Abe about this. I'm pretty sure Salah would end up in Saudi Arabia for the money.
Interesting. Saudi Arabia for the money.
Interesting. I think he probably does end up. I mean, he was on the bench for Liverpool's last match, but I think people are probably reading a bit more into that than they probably should.
Is that a possibility? Is that outside of just the obvious connections in nationality, perhaps? Does that make sense for a Mohamed Salah to be part of SanDiego FC?
No, absolutely not.
Like, just as a player, like his player profile, you think?
Yeah, like the phenotype of a player like Mohamed Salah. Does it fit under Right to Dream?
It can, yeah. He's when you're that good of a player, you can figure it out.
It goes against everything Mikey. Like, Mikey wants to play younger players. Mikey, like, look, the reason Manu Duah is starting over Patty McNair now. There's a reason why Valakari's the starter in that center mid. There's a reason that backline had three rookies starting. So I think Mikey Varas and Tyler Heaps are strong believers in playing the youth and giving them that opportunity. That bringing Mohamed like Salah over here, it goes against that. So I don't think he comes to San Diego.
Yeah, I also agree though. There's very little chance they add a third DP, and for it to be Salah, that'd be nuts.
But wouldn't it be something? Wouldn't it be something?
We still used that logo back then.
Yeah, we did. Hear from Mr. Mansour himself, which, hey, credit to him. He doesn't look too different from here. I guess that's what
year was this? 24?
Billionaire, skincare gets you. Ese güey, ese es otro pedo. Mr. Mansour, Hi. Hello.
Thank you, gents. Thank you very much. Mo Salah to San Diego?
Would be a good choice.
Good choice. Sounds good.
When some of the people of Right to Dream went to Egypt, when we decided, when we bought Right to Dream in 2019, and there was a Right to Dream in Sub-Saharan Africa, and there was a Right to Dream in Denmark, I said, there has to be a Right to Dream in Egypt.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't know.
What happened?
Abe?
Hello?
Can you hear? What happened to Mitch Montour?
I don't know.
And they went and looked, they said, Mohammed, we see 100 Muslims. So we already have kids in Right to Dream. One is called Maradona, and the other one is called Messi. And they're aged 10 and 12, and they would be great players. So we have, and when we did the first, what was it, scouting, we have people, tryouts. You know how many came out? Take a guess.
Thousands.
65,000. But we did it around the communities, and we have today 2 classes. The first classes, I think here it's going.
I said thousands.
You said 1,000.
Look at Tom Penn in the background.
Do you want that picture? It's a picture of you, pretty much.
You know what? Yes. I need to get that picture. Look at Sly.
That's like Darnay Trip next to you, I think, right? Like,
yeah.
I think
it's like
here.
Hey.
Going to be insane. You'll have amazing players coming out from this area and from the surrounding.
If you ever need a goalkeeper, I'm here.
No mames.
If you ever need a goalkeeper, I'm here to go.
Dude, that is the most unprofessional thing you think you've ever done.
Hey, if you ever need to, clearly they didn't need a goalkeeper.
What is wrong with you, dude? You should show that to the PR people now and see what they tell. Like, that's insane.
Hey, no, what I was trying to get my spot for the what was it the media game that they had at the end of the Chrome Ball tour. That sorry, we're not media.
Someone, sorry, if you need a goalkeeper, I'm here. And
he's like, he just stops in his dreams, like in his tracks, like an Airbud situation. Like, they never said a fat guy couldn't be a goalkeeper.
Like he signs you thinking you're Durant Free.
You would ask Loyal.
I would.
Like,
I had it in my hands.
Like, I'm right here, guys.
Honestly, just because I wanted to be, I made it semi-pro. But if I get a 1-day contract, I can technically say I was a retired pro soccer player. So
you had a chance to get a 1-day contract for San Diego Loyal, and you didn't take advantage of the opportunity. But anyways, I can't believe that's how long ago was that? Was that 2023? Late 2023? Early 24? It's crazy to think that the expansion side was announced in late 2023, right, Abe?
Yeah, it was like middle of 2023, I think. It was in March. It was in March 2023 when this thing happened.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
That's the picture. That's the picture. I'm on the wall. Remember?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Abe is on the wall. The training facility. Guys, check out our video on YouTube where you can catch the interviews with other players. With Mikey Varas, Tyler Hibbs, you can watch the whole thing. If you really want to hear the whole thing, it's an hour and a half for the players, and then Mikey Varas and Tyler Hibbs is about 40-something minutes. But feel free to check that out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to all of our stuff. Again, this was a very long season, and we enjoyed it. And some of you who are new to our podcast may ask, so what are you guys going to talk about now? There's no more soccer. Well, there's plenty to talk about. We've survived the whole pandemic talking sports without sports happening.
Without Abe.
Without
Thank you, Abe.
Thank you, Abe.
Abe was in middle school, I think.
No, I was in high school.
Okay. What grade spring break was extended for you once the pandemic started?
My senior year.
Okay, that's fair. So did you have a drive-through graduation?
Yeah, they had like all the Sweetwater schools at Southwestern College.
Wow.
Pretty awkward.
They didn't do the thing where couldn't Sweetwater High School on the mile of cars put the senior portraits along the entire mile of cars?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, they didn't do that. They had like just basically like they were cycling. I think they had like all the schools just like cycling, and you'd like drive around Southwestern College in like a loop for like 5 minutes. It was, I don't know, it was weird.
George, we've done live futbolito tournaments
dude.
actually, and let me.
That's the community COVID shield, my friend.
That's what carried us through the pandemic.
Good old days. But no, we'll be inviting staff from San Diego FC, from San Diego Wave to join our shows. Obviously, a lot of them are going to go on a little bit of a vacation, well deserved after a long season, but we'll be having content like that during the off season. Next week, we'll have what the World Cup draw will look like. So that's plenty to talk about.
World Cup draw is exciting.
Yeah, the World Cup draw is going to be exciting. I mean, you'll see
Champions Cup draw after that.
December 9th. So San Diego FC news and stuff is going to be happening.
Yeah, like look, San Diego FC will be playing a game anywhere from February 3rd to February 26th.
And San Diego Wave are playing in a tournament this weekend in World Sevens.
7v7.
Like they're actual players. I was listening to Ken Sheridan's podcast this past weekend. They're kind of talking about it and how like actual players are going to be involved in that, which is kind of nuts. They're going to be playing against Kansas City, Tigres, Cali, I think. Like it's supposedly a big deal. It's free on DAZN, so there's soccer to watch.
100%.
Indoor soccer too. Don't forget about the soccers.
San Diego Soccer's playing on December 7th. Next home game. Check them out. This Sunday, absolutely. And this is what we used to do during the pandemic, while you were,
in high school.
Extended
16. Yes, sir, man. 16 teams are already out.
16 teams, right? Yeah.
Including us.
Yeah, we had our individual
we were out.
teams, and that's all we did. We commentated on these games, and computer versus computer. We should probably do this again.
Everyone rate 85 rated. It was fair.
2026 kit talk. Huh.
Leak it again?
Community report card. Yes. So Philippe, yes, we are going to go ahead and do that. We did it for San Diego Wave. Do a show where we talk about player ratings of the year, of your entire roster, send out a Google form for everybody to rate each player and give your ratings. Well, in that vein, I think we should turn it over to that. So with that, I do believe I took off the video because it wasn't ready yet and it's still cooking, but I think I have it still. Let me. I think we announced last week, Abe, you weren't here last week, that every year here with SanDiego.Futbol, 2 balls and a mic, we have ourselves a little bit of self-proclaimed award show. Yes, I did. I did put the halftime goal of the dog. That was and what my favorite.
So look, what we shared.
We got it. Yeah, look at the doggy. He scored. Yay!
That was your highlight of 2025. This is kind of like what this will look like for now, and we'll be sharing this shortly. But we do ask for you all to send us maybe some categories, nominees. We have player of the year, rookie of the year, coach of the year, goal of the year, content creator of the year. So we have some of those categories. You saw some of the nominees there. You can pause and take a look at it. If you have other nominees that you want to give them a shout out and qualify for this for a chance to win an award, send us a DM. Let us know. If you have categories, send them our way. This is going to be voting will open Monday, December 8th after our podcast or during our podcast. We'll make it open so you can vote. You can vote technically as many times as you want.
Yeah, 100%. Cook the books. I don't care.
If you want to do that, go ahead. If you're a nominee, share it. Get your votes in from people that support you. Why not? But yeah, let us know. This is going to be opened next week, and it's going to be a week and a half that it stays open. And that award show will be posted on Monday, December 29th, because there will be no live show Monday, December 29th. This is a very big SanDiego.Futbol holiday that day.
No, it's just the day, just the Monday.
It's arguably the biggest holiday in SanDiego.Futbol's history.
It's just a Monday.
December 29th.
It's a Monday. He's just like, okay, yeah, see, yeah.
So no live show that week, but there will be the award show posted that Monday, so everyone can kind of see who wins what. And, you know, if you win, you get yourself a very nice trophy.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so that's coming down the pipeline for SanDiego.Futbol, 2 balls at a mic. Want to hear from Pablo Cisniega, guys?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I think we got everything.
Okay.
If you guys want to go back and listen to it on your own,
definitely check it out and
give that video a like.
Seriously, like,
on the channel, yeah.
Like it, like you can do the little soccer ball thing, like, oh
yeah,
wow. Yeah,
like try it out. Like I don't know if it's just on that type of video, or I don't know. It's actually kind of weird. Like again, check out Pablo. He's on here. Hi, Pablo. The Life of Pablo. We already heard from Valacari.
Check out CJ.
CJ in his face.
Yeah,
I'm literally sorry. I literally pulled it up to like it right now.
Oh, did it do the soccer ball thing?
Yeah, it did.
That's pretty cool.
Why? Now I need to know why.
YouTube probably has us. I think we're categorized as a soccer, like sports thing, or maybe just recognizes that it's soccer content.
Okay, so what if I
like that one?
No, it's a controversial one. Let's find a video.
Why is there controversial stuff on our feed?
Because the
soccer, the Empire Strikers versus soccer.
That's soccer. That's soccer. Everything is soccer on
that
here.
one.
Oh, this is so tender. Oh, this is I Miss You Blink-182 cover.
It seemed like it.
I was just gonna watch the video now.
Oh, it does the music.
Oh.
The angel from a nightmare, the shadow in the background.
Oh. Wow, thank you everyone that subscribes to us and listened to us this whole season. It's been a long one for sure. But you bet your ass we'll be back next week, Monday at 8 p.m. to talk more soccer in San Diego, despite there not being any soccer in San Diego.
I'm just gonna watch that I Miss You cover. That's beautiful. All right.
Anything else?
Anything else, Abe?
No, I think we hit it all. I think I'll have a big announcement maybe next week for myself personally.
Oh.
You guys have that to look forward to.
Oh, big announcement.
What
He's gonna
happens
show up
there.
with a beard.
Va ser papá.
No. The mustache should probably be gone by then. It's annoying me. Like maybe I'll like.
Let us know. Do you guys like the mustache?
Somebody said Ned Flanders. I think it was George. I didn't see. No, I think it might have been playback actually.
You're bringing in your inner Tom Boger. Come on.
No, I can't now.
It looks great.
It looks really nice.
It looks really good.
You look cute, man.
It's too much. It's too itchy.
Yo, you need to treat it. That's why you need to put some like
ponle
product.
aceititos, güey.
I'm scared. I can't do that.
Yes, hombre, el Abraham.
Well, you can check out anything else that we do here on SanDiego.Futbol. There will be
That's what it feels like. See, that's why I need to get rid of it. Like it's barely anything.
Come on, guys. We're not here to bully Abe. We're here to celebrate him.
See, French cop. That's another one.
Oui.
Oh shit, dude. I'm sorry, but yeah, they're right.
Yeah. See,
they're absolutely right.
I need to get rid of that.
Well,
all right, Abe.
all
You
right.
go shave right now on camera.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for
Ladies,
guys.
everyone.
Subscribe, follow.